Okay, so we're going to talk about something pretty wild. How one single moment, really just one idea in a single research paper, completely changed, well, everything. It's what kickstarted the entire AI revolution we're living in right now.
You have to wonder, right? Why did AI suddenly get so powerful, so fast, right around 2017? It really felt like it went from being this kind of clumsy academic thing to suddenly writing poetry and code almost overnight. And the key thing to get is that this wasn't just some slow, steady improvement. No, it was an explosion. And believe it or not, it all traces back to one specific moment.
So yeah, that turning point was 2017. And to really get a grip on the earthquake that happened that year, you first have to understand how AI used to work, before the big change. It's really a tale of two completely different ways of thinking.
So you've got these two eras of AI. Before 2017, you had what's called sequential processing. Think of it like a snail. It processed information one single thing at a time. Super slow. But after 2017, we get parallel processing. That's the rocket. It handles everything all at once. And that one simple shift from the snail to the rocket, well, that's the key to this whole story.
Okay, so let's dig into that old way for a minute, reading one word at a time. Because honestly, to really appreciate how big of a deal this breakthrough was, you first have to get why AI was kind of stuck for so long.
Sequential processing is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's an AI that has to look at information in a super strict, unchangeable order. Just imagine you're trying to read a book, but you can only see one single word at a time. That's literally how these early AI models worked.
And you can see the problem right away, can't you? The AI reads the, then quick, then brown. Okay, you get it. By the time it gets to the end of a sentence, let alone a whole paragraph, it's already started to forget the important stuff from the beginning. This one-track mind process was just a huge bottleneck.
So that was the big problem, right there. This whole one word at a time thing had two, fatal flaws. First, it was just unbelievably slow. You couldn't just throw a giant library of books at it and say, go learn. And second, its memory was terrible. It just couldn't hold on to the context or see the bigger picture in long passages.
But then, a solution, a completely new way of thinking about the problem. And it didn't just tweak the old method, it threw it out the window and replaced it completely. This is kind of the hero of our story.
I mean, you can literally draw a line in the sand in the history of AI. Before 2017, everything was slow, sequential, and kind of limited. Then, in that single year, the Transformer was born, and the whole game changed. Forever.
And it all came from this one research paper with a pretty cool, deceptively simple title. Attention is all you need. This paper introduced this brand new idea, this mechanism that's basically the engine inside the transformer.
So what is a transformer anyway? Well, it's a new kind of AI architecture that, and this is the magic part, looks at all the data at once, in parallel. It doesn't have to go in order. It can instantly see how the very last word of a paragraph relates to the very first word and everything in between, all at the same time.
So get that image of the lonely reader out of your head. The transformer is way more like a study group. Imagine everyone in the group gets the whole page of the book at the exact same time. They can all look at it together, point out connections to each other, and just instantly get the full context. It's just a fundamentally faster and frankly smarter way to understand something.
And this whole study group thing, it wasn't just some clever little trick. No, it was the key. The key that unlocks something AI researchers had been dreaming about for decades. Massive, almost unimaginable scale.
See, because it could process things in parallel, it meant we could finally unleash our most powerful computers to train these models on huge amounts of data. The bottleneck was just gone. You could finally give that study group the entire library to read, not just one single page.
And this is where that term you've definitely heard before comes from. Large language models. LLMs. An LLM is basically just a huge AI that's built on that transformer architecture we've been talking about, and it's been trained on just an insane amount of data from all over the internet.
And the result? Just an absolute explosion in scale. Look at this. The older models, they had parameters in the hundreds of millions, which sounds like a lot, right? But modern LLMs, they can have over 1 trillion. I mean, that's not just a little better, it's a completely different kind of thing.
Which brings us right up to today, our new AI reality. Because this big technical shift back in 2017, it's not just some abstract idea from a research paper. It is the engine running inside the AI tools that we're all using every single day.
Seriously, the next time you use ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude
Or even when you just get a really good search result or use a translation app on your phone, what you're seeing is that 2017 breakthrough in action. The Transformer is the foundation for pretty much all the modern AI we interact with. It's just everywhere now.
Okay, but what's the catch? Because, of course, a leap this huge doesn't come for free, right? A revolution this big creates a whole new set of problems and trade-offs that we really have to think about.
So we've got these new trade-offs. You want that incredible power? Well, that comes with a huge computational cost. We're talking giant, energy-hungry data centers. You want that vast knowledge? That requires feeding the models massive, and I mean massive amounts of data. And all these amazing new capabilities? Yeah, they bring with them some really complex ethical questions that we're all still trying to figure out.
So, really, the crucial point is this. The entire AI revolution that we're seeing today was unlocked by one paper in 2017. It all comes down to that one shift, from the slow, one-word-at-a-time method to the all-at-once study group approach.
Think about that for a second. This huge leap forward, this entire global shift, came from a single paper, one new idea. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's the next one going to be?